Up to 24 million people of all ages and genders suffer from an eating disorder in America. Eating disorders have the highest mortality rate of any mental disorder, and yet only 10% of people in America suffering from an eating disorder receive help. In an attempt to help reduce the stigma around eating disorders, a few individuals have shared their personal experiences with recovery.
I think that mine showed up probably when I was a freshman in high school. I used to just drink Diet Coke all day, and then I would go home and eat dinner with my parents so that they never got suspicious, but that was it.
With me, it's been around 6 years, on and off. I would get better for a little while, and then something happened, mainly my mom, and it would make it worse again.
Hi, my name is Alex. I'm 22 years old, and for the past 2 years I've come down with and almost recovered from anorexia. And I am a guy. Rarity indeed.
It took me a while to realize that I first had an eating disorder. I mean, it came gradually. I don't really know when I realized it. I mean, I've always hated my body.
And when I was really in the grips of anorexia, I guess it was my identity. Pretty much everything had come down to my rigorous control of food and overexercise. And it was all that I do think of. I didn't leave any room in my life for anything else, so it was my identity. And
I wonder all the time if I'd even have a personality left, if I wasn't just obsessing over food all day.
My mom says, "You just started. Why don't you just stop?" It's not like that. Think of something that you do habitually. You do it over and over and over again until it kind of just becomes a part of your daily routine and a part of you.
I feel like being skinny is directly tied to my self-worth. If I start to get bigger, I worry about how everyone would just leave. I would regularly tell myself that I didn't deserve to eat because I hadn't exercised that day, but that's not an eating disorder if I'm just maintaining the same weight.
Didn't have to try to give in to the eating disorder. That just came naturally.
But I will tell you this, it isn't something you want to go through alone. It's cold and isolating. I can be in a room full of people and feel a million miles away. It's not a sign of a powerful woman to find yourself choking on your own vomit.
The very first step, just stating that you have a problem, that you have an ED to your family, like that's a big step. That's something to be proud of.
I decided I need to let someone know. I typed up my issues with eating in a Google Doc, and all I had to do was share it with someone. But I couldn't get myself to do it, and so that night I went out with some friends and got piss-ass hammered and gave a friend access to the document, and then immediately shut my computer.
They want to help, but nobody really knows how. And not only can you not do anything about it, but they don't really want you intervening at all. Sometimes, though, just the fact that they know and the idea that I don't want to scare my friends is the only motivation I have to eat when I can't think of reasons to do it for myself.
Recovery is hard. Some days are good, some days are bad. Some days I just want to start restricting again, even though I know I shouldn't.
What is the hardest part about recovery? Everything. The physical changes are hardest. The emotional transitions are hardest. The constant appointments are hardest. The social stigmas about eating disorders are hardest. The loss of identity that comes along with the loss of an eating disorder is hardest.
Eating disorders do not only affect a few. They are not a unique situation. They do not only affect ballerinas and models, they affect your mom, your roommate, your role model, your boyfriend. They also are not limited to anorexia and bulimia. They can manifest in numerous ways.
I opted out of getting help because of the embarrassment. Magazines were telling me that I had an eating disorder because I wanted to look like a model. That was the farthest thing from the truth. Fuck those models. The media was telling me I was losing weight for other people. Other people? Fuck other people. My eating disorder was and is coping with life. And what's more embarrassing than telling someone that I can't cope with life?
My advice is this, and it's hypocritical. Reach out. You aren't alone.
The recovery process for me has been not how I expected it at all. Back in October, at the beginning, I thought I'd be done in 6 weeks. And here I am, a year and a half later, and I'm still not there.
Recovery is something that doesn't get a day off.
I'm trying to get better. I really am. It's just hard.